Hi everyone, I'm Steve, the creator of the Drive Time channel. I'm going to review my experience with Carvana. So I took the plunge and made a purchase. Haven't got my car yet. I'm sure you've already checked out the website. The website's actually wonderful. The way you can view the cars, view the interior. I thought that part was all really good. I think the hang up for me, and might be for you, is that so many things on the internet feel like ethereal, like they're not real. Having said that, as far as I know, this is 100% legit. So a few of the things I wanted to share with you that I think could maybe be improved is I feel like their communication is a little ambiguous. And then some things almost just seem a little too easy. So I'll give an example. So part of the deal when I purchased the vehicle I'm getting, which is a full-size SUV, is we traded in our current vehicle, which is a mid-size SUV. And they ask for your VIN and maybe a handful of questions about the condition. You click submit, and then like 15 seconds later, they come back and say, okay, here you go, 20 grand. And you're like, shouldn't there be more to that, right? All right, so there's that. The other thing that was kind of weird is that once you finally decide you want to purchase the vehicle, they ask for certain documents. You have to upload your driver's license. I think you have to upload, like if you're doing the trade-in, you got to upload a copy of the registration. Another thing they did that was kind of weird for me was they want you to insure the vehicle and show them proof of insurance of the vehicle you're buying. It's not enough just to submit your insurance, like your insurance card. That won't work. You have to actually go to your insurer, and say, I want to insure this VIN of this new vehicle I'm buying. Show them the comprehensive, the collision, and so you can't just simply submit like a card. And we did that, and I got the proof of insurance uploaded. Well, so here's where the confusion comes in. If you upload a document, at least as far as I can tell, they don't write you back and say that document's not acceptable and here's why. They just simply write back later and say, we're still waiting on your insurance, or we're still waiting on your driver's license. In your head, you're like, I thought I uploaded that stuff already. And so I finally called somebody, and she said, yeah, your driver's license is too blurry. You need to take another picture of it and resubmit it. I'm like, oh, okay, I would not have known that. The other thing that's a little weird about the communication is if you don't talk to them on the phone, which you can, I haven't done that much, you can also chat with them. But in the chat, it's weird. You start off talking to a robot, and at some point, if you type in the word, advocate. If you type in the word advocate, they say, okay, hold on, we'll get you a real person. So I found the online chatting part a little clunky. You might be more comfortable picking up the phone and calling them. I think they're kind of busy right now because I noticed it took a while to get a hold of somebody. I think I had to wait like 15, 20 minutes to get somebody, but it hasn't been bad. And my interactions with them so far have been positive. The other thing about communication that's a little bit weird was, you would think for something that's so big, like purchasing a vehicle, like a 50K vehicle, that there would be a lot more confirmation. But all I really got was when I did the purchase, there was a time when I could pick a scheduled delivery date, which was about 4 days out. And then yesterday I got an email just saying, reminder, your delivery is for tomorrow. And then that was it. And so here it is, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to get this vehicle delivered at 1. No phone call, no text messages. I mean, even my dentist sends me more confirmation text messages and emails and phone calls than this has so far. So that's got me a little weirded out. Like, shouldn't I have heard something by now? Okay, I'm back. So finally, about an hour before the delivery time, which was supposed to be 1 p.m., I get a text message from this guy, Dave, and I'll show it to you here, asking me to take a picture of my driver's license like in front of my face. So I did that. And then just a couple other things. And that's it. So far, I seem to be doing what they said they were going to do. We'll see. All right, so my guy Dave has arrived. There it is. I guess we'll be doing some paperwork and unloading here in a few minutes. All right, so there it is in my driveway. It was a pretty painless experience, actually. We had a few little papers to sign. Most of it had to do with the trade-in. So that's actually the trade-in that's now, it's my wife's car. She's a little sad, but she agreed we needed a family vehicle. But anyway, so let me finish this up and then we'll give you some final thoughts on how this went. Okay, so just kind of leaving you with my final thoughts. So it's the next day. So I've had the car now for a little over 24 hours. We've probably driven it, I don't know, 50 miles at least. And was real happy the way the whole transaction went. So after the car was rolled off the delivery vehicle, we were asked to take it for a test drive. You have to at least do something like that because it's part of the acceptance process. And then we signed just a little bit of paperwork. Actually, more of the paperwork we had to sign was related to us trading in our vehicle. So we were trading in a Hyundai Tucson, and so there was some paperwork we had to sign for that. It came with the paper plates, so the temporary plates, and it also came with registration. We throw that in the glove box, and it came with a full tank of gas. The vehicle was spotless. And it was everything that I had thought it would be. So basically that part of the process exceeded my expectations. That I was nervous about what kind of condition the vehicle was in. I was worried that maybe some of the exterior might be in rougher shape than what you could see, on the pictures on the web. But it wasn't. It was just absolutely gorgeous. The gentleman who delivered the vehicle, his name was Dave. He was very friendly, and he made the process feel very comfortable. I didn't know what I was going to get, but this guy was very professional, and he helped me with the paperwork and answered some questions. And the whole thing, start to finish, probably took maybe an hour, maybe not even quite an hour. I probably made it last longer than it needed to be. The paperwork was like maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 pages. It was mostly just signing things like odometer statements and things related to that. So would I do it again? Based on the experience I've had so far, yes. It's still early. I'm in that little 7-day grace window where if something about the vehicle really makes me feel like, no, I can't do this, I can still give it back. I don't think that's the direction it's going to go based on my experience so far. So I would have to, I'm not doing this as a formal review, but if I was doing this as a formal review, I would say I'd probably give this a 5 out of 5 based on my experience. Oh, now I had mentioned earlier that I had some concerns about kind of the ambiguous communication. So I relayed that to Dave, and he didn't really have an answer about, why when you submit a document, do they not just come back and tell you that that document's not acceptable? But the thing about, why I was kind of like, well, hey, it's the day of delivery and I haven't heard anything. So apparently they're a little bit hesitant about communicating delivery times because I guess they've gotten burned. The actual guys like Dave who do the delivery, they've gotten burned where the cars don't show up when they're supposed to. So apparently that's still a little rough spot. And I'm not making an accusation or trying to slight Carvana. It's just that apparently that act of trying to get the car where they need it in time for the delivery and make sure it's all ready, clean, gassed up, apparently that's tricky. So they're a little bit hesitant about sending out messages about delivery until they really know they've got that vehicle ready to go. And then once that happened, and Dave sent me a message about an hour and a half before delivery, then it was pretty good. It was easy. He sent me a text, and I was able to just text back and forth with him. So so that's that. I think I'll just go ahead and wrap it up. Would I do it again? Yeah, probably would. Unless there's something still yet to come, knock on wood, that I haven't run into yet that's really going to be a fatal flaw. But so far, I've been pretty happy with the whole process. All right, well, hey, if you're thinking about it or if you just want to know how it went for me, I hope that helped you out. Thanks for watching.